Shamail Tirmidhi, and the book of Muhammad, a portrait of perfection. So if you want to put the next title, Shamail, and put the date as well. And the title, we're in chapter 20 now. And if you can put the title, what the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would drink and his manner of drinking. So it's what the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would drink and his manner of drinking. So what I'll do is I'll read a few hadiths first, inshallah, and then I will give a explanation of the hadith. So the first one is from Sayyidina Aisha radiallahu anha, said, the Messenger of Allah's favorite drink sallallahu alaihi wasallam was that which was sweet and cold. The next hadith is from Ibn Abbas, the cousin of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who said, Khalid ibn Walid and I. So at that time, Ibn Abbas, he was a young boy, and along with the Messenger of Allah visited Maymuna. Maymuna was the mother of the believers, the wife of the Prophet ﷺ, and she was also aunt of Ibn Abbas. She brought for us a vessel filled with milk. The Messenger of Allah ﷺ drank. I sat to his right and Khalid was on his left. Then he ﷺ said to me, as it is your right to drink, if you wish you can prefer Khalid for it. And Ibn Abbas said, I replied, I will not prefer anyone for the leftover of your drink. Then the Messenger of Allah ﷺ said, whomsoever Allah gives food, let him say, O Allah blesses therein and feed us better therein than it. And whomsoever Allah Almighty and Majesty gives milk to drink, then let him say, O Allah blesses therein and grant us more of it. And then he said, there is nothing that suffices in place of food and drink other than milk. So this is a quite interesting hadith. So Ibn Abbas, he was a young boy, and Khalid ibn Walid, who was also related to Maymuna as well. So they were related, and they went with Prophet ﷺ to the house of Maymuna, who was the wife of the Prophet ﷺ, but she's also our mother as well. We believe that all the wives of the Prophet ﷺ are our mothers. And then she gave in a vessel, a container, milk. So Prophet ﷺ, he drank from that, and then Ibn Abbas was sitting to his right, and Khalid ibn Walid to his left. Now remember, I mentioned the etiquette, the sunnah of passing food or serving food is, you serve the person and then it's to the right, and then to their right, and to their right, and to their right. So and also another sunnah is better to start with the person who is older or more respectable. So in this case, Khalid ibn Walid was much older than Ibn Abbas. So Prophet ﷺ, and you can see here how Prophet ﷺ, he is honoring and showing respect to Ibn Abbas. Ibn Abbas was a young boy at that time, maybe about 12 or 14, something like that, or maybe 15. So Ibn Abbas said, if you prefer, you can give the drink to Khalid ibn Walid. And Ibn Abbas, he said, no, I will not allow anyone to have left over your food. Now, you might think that's a bit rude or bad manners, isn't it? Not in this case, because why? I'm sure in any other circumstances he would have said, yes, sure, allow the elders to have first. But in this case, the reason why he said no was because when the Prophet ﷺ, when he drank from the container, and the Sahabas would do that, Ibn Abbas wanted to drink from the same place where the lips of the Prophet ﷺ touched the container, so he could get some of the saliva or the blessings from that place. So it's like getting tabarruk, getting blessings from the same place where the lips of the Prophet ﷺ touched. So that's why he wanted that. He was being selfish, you could say, in a good way. So that's why he wanted that, because he wanted to be the one to drink directly from the place where Prophet ﷺ drank. So he would take the container so he could drink and take some of the blessings, some of the tabarruk from Prophet ﷺ's place where he drank from, and then pass it on to Khalid ibn Walid. And also Prophet ﷺ, one of the things about Prophet ﷺ, whenever he said something or explained something, he would always give extra information. So in this case, Prophet ﷺ, he taught us the dua to read after eating, after a meal or after milk. And also Prophet ﷺ, he mentioned that like if there's shortage of food, or instead of food and drink, then milk is enough. So sometimes if you drink milk, that's enough to quench your thirst and fulfill your nutrition need as well, instead of food and drink, which concurs with modern day scientific finding. The next hadith is from Ibn Abbas. He relates that the Prophet he drank Zamzam water standing. Abdullah ibn Amr said, I saw the Messenger of Allah drink standing and sitting. The next one from Anas bin Malik, he relates that the Prophet would take 3 breaths in the vessel when he would drink, and he would say it is more palatable and quenching in this manner. Ibn Abbas, he relates that when the Prophet would drink, he would take a breath twice. So this is talking about, remember, I think we mentioned previously as well in the Shamail that one of the sunnah way of drinking, having a drink, is you take that drink, right, and you don't like gulp it in one go, otherwise you could start coughing or start coughing or even suffocating or something like that. What you would do, right, you look at the glass, you're meant to like take it 3 breaths, like, so you take like a little sip, then like a breathe out, then maybe another sip, like a longer one, and then a third long sip, like, okay, so it's like one very short, and then another second one, and the third one, and the next one he mentioned that first time we do it twice, so at least twice or 3 times, either way is fine. But the thing is, right, when you get a drink, especially when you've been running around or when you're very hot, don't take it, because when people do that, that's when people start choking and stuff like that, start coughing. I'm sure you probably experienced as well. You grab a glass of water because you are thirsty or very tired, and you took a big huge gulp, and you start coughing, and your eyes, everything start watering, as you can see. Whereas if you take it, hold the glass, look inside it, take a nice small sip, and then another sip, and then another sip to quench your thirst. That was the manner of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And with regards to Zamzam water, Prophet ﷺ, the sunnah was he would get the Zamzam water and he would face Qibla and make dua and drink it standing, again with 3 sips as well, it's mentioned. So we can't drink water standing, but the sunnah way, but normal water I'm talking about here, or normal drink, the sunnah way is to sit down and drink with your right hand and in 3 sips. But with Zamzam water, in many traditions it comes towards that the sunnah way to drink it is to stand up and face the Qibla. And one of the blessings of Zamzam water is to make dua before you drink it. Make dua for anything. So especially at that time in your life, if you're going through any kind of tribulations, or if you have any kind of need, or if you're studying, or whatever it is, or if somebody you know is ill, then make dua to Allah for shifa, or to give you that kind of blessings, and then drink Zamzam water. And the other thing, you could get into habit of also say Bismillah before drinking, as we mentioned today, and perhaps recite Surah Fatiha as well. The next one is Khabsha said, the Prophet ﷺ came to visit me in my home, and drank from the mouth of a hanging water skin while standing. So I went up to his mouth and cut it off. So Khabsha is another Sahaba companion. He mentioned the Prophet came to their house, and then Prophet he drank from the water skin, like a container, like a water skin, like a bottle, while standing. And the strange thing, you might say, okay, so when he drank it, so why did he cut off the mouth? Again, that's for the Sahabas there, because they would do that. So, if Prophet if he touched something or if he drank from something, they would save that, and they would use it as a form of tabarrak, as a blessings for shifa, for aid, and various other things. So it is from our Islamic practice that they would use things of Prophet ﷺ for as a tabarak, as a blessings for that. So with that, I'm going to stop here. So inshallah, we're going to continue with our next lesson later on. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.